Hello, my name is Kelly Bluen. I am a certified Zentangle teacher. Welcome to our Doodle a Day challenge. So it is March as I'm recording these, so all of our doodles are spring or March related. And then you can do these whenever you want. They don't have to be in the spring. It can be any time of the year. But I'm using this little paper journal that I made. You can use whatever you have at home. It can be a real journal, a sketchbook, or it can just be like me. It's just computer paper that I folded and cut. I'm using my Micron pen. I have a graphite pencil for some drawing and shading and a little blending tool. All right, so today is March 12th, my father's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. And let's see what we've got going so far. We've got our beautiful M, cherry blossoms, ladybugs, vines, dandelion, sunshine, frame, hyacinth, busy bees, bunnies, and our beautiful daffodil that I think turned out so lovely. Okay, so today is the 12th of March, so I'm going to put the 12th down here. And I'm using this March Doodle Challenge right here, created by Natasha at cutelittlepaper.com. I highly recommend you visiting her. And she has these daily prompts for us. So today is the 12th, and today's is song. So I had lots of thoughts, you guys. I thought we could write the lyrics to our favorite song and add some little music notes around it. I thought we could make a frame and we could add little music notes and symbols all around the frame. I had lots of ideas, but I'm a music person. Like, I listen to music every day, all day, but I'm not musical myself. So I don't really know the music symbols. I don't really know the meanings behind them. I think I could draw a treble clef if I needed to, but I don't even know what that means. So then I was like, well, what if I don't do music or I don't do a song? But my son was in drumline. So when I think of songs or music, I think of my son being in the high school drumline and just how cool the drums were. And then that made me think of my all-time most favorite tangle is henna drum. And it's created by Jane McCougler, and she created it when I believe the story is she saw a friend playing a drum, and the friend had dyed with henna, like dyed patterns on her drum and like these little flowers. So that's why it is called henna drum. And I love it. So if you want to skip my video and do a doodle about songs or music, please go right ahead. But my brain went to henna drum, and so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, let's go ahead and do that. So down here, I'm going to write henna drum. By Jane, make sure I spell her last name correctly, McCougler. CZT. So when I started Zentangle years ago, this is one of the very first ones that I was taught, and I just loved it. I loved it so much. And one of my very, very first 15 minutes of Zen videos, like maybe number 2, maybe number 1, it might have been my first one, was henna drum. And it was like 3 years ago, and it's not even my favorite tile, but I just taught you guys how to make henna drum, and I've never really done it since. And so we're gonna do it today. I'm excited. All right, so henna drum is these little flowers, and we're gonna make them come off of like a swirling little vine, okay? So I'm going to put this little vine in first. So I'm just going to make some of these pretty little spirals that come off of each other and kind of take up a lot of the space. That looks pretty good. I like it already. Okay, so to make henna drum, I'll zoom in a little bit, maybe. There we go. I zoom in a little and then it does the rest of it itself. I don't know why. All right, so henna drum starts with a little bump and we color it in. I love that in the past 12 days of these challenges, we've been able to do some pretty fun Zentangle patterns. That makes me so happy. Okay, then I'm going to aura this. There we go. And now we make little petals. So you can there are so many different kinds of petals that you can make. I think the original one has like 3 little bumps. So let's do that. So to make that petal, I start at the top and I make this kind of a shape like that. And then we do 1, 2, 3. Then I make one next to it. So I draw in this side and this side. And 1, 2, 3. And you can just end it there, or you can make one that sort of tucks in behind. So that's what I'm going to do. So I just imagine there's another one over here, and just imagine where that would come out the other side. Okay? And just make sure when you're making these lines, you're not getting shorter and shorter as you go around. So make sure you try to make these go out pretty long. And I'm going to do one more. Can you see why it's my favorite? I don't know, I just love it. Then I'm going to do the flicks like we did in the daffodil. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Make the center one a little longer if you want. That's it. That's henna drum. I love it. I apologize if you're a music lover and I ruined your prompt for the day. Hopefully you'll forgive me. Okay, I'm gonna do another one and I can choose to put it over here. I can put it even like in that little V shape here, but I think I'm gonna put mine sort of on the end, taking up some of this space. So I do that bump, and I always think it's like maybe the size of my pinky fingernail when I make those bumps. Color it in. And aura it. Okay, we're gonna do this again. And this time, when I do my petals, I'm going to make them like a little wave. You can go ahead and do the original, or you can make a little wave. It's up to you. Again, make sure you make those lines nice and long so they're not getting shorter each time. And then in this one, I'm going to put a line and a dot just to show variations. All right, I'm going to do my next one. And if you've got room for two, you could always do one over here and one over here as well. It's up to you. I'm gonna put mine right here. Pinky fingernail size bump. Ink it in. Don't forget the aura. That's an important part. It looks beautiful without it, but for some reason that aura just separates those petals and it just looks completely different. So I love that. Okay, it's up to you how you want to make your petals. How should we make it this time? I'm trying to think. I think I'm just going to go to the original, the 3 bumps. And you can do the little flicks. You can do a line and a dot. You could do like a little squiggle in there, whatever you want to do. What do I want to do? I think I'm going to do just a little squiggle and a dot, just to be different. And then I'm going to show you something that I do with my henna drums almost every single time I make them, is I add an aura to the whole outside. So I'm going to do that to show you what it looks like and see if you like it. But I just go nice and thin. Isn't that pretty? It adds so much. So just an option for you if you want. Okay, I think I'm gonna do 2 more. I'm gonna do one up here on the top and I'll do one, maybe I'll do one coming out of this little V shape so you can see how that looks. Okay, put in my thumbnail, my pinky nail, add the aura. I'm going to do a line, big line, short line with a dot, short, big, short. Okay, and then I'm going to do one out of this little V shape, just because I want to show you how these can go anywhere. All right, and as you notice, I constantly am turning my book. When Rick Roberts and Maria Thomas created the Zentangle method of drawing, which is simply one line at a time, they made these little beautiful 3.5-inch tiles that I'm sure you've all seen or have used. And one of the ideas of that is that you can turn it and move it as you go versus like working in a hardcover journal where you've got a spine and pages in the way. So I love working on their tiles. All right, so I'm going to turn mine a little bit and I'm going to do this darkened part first. Then I'm going to add an aura. And put in those little petals. Do some flicks. And I'm going to outline or aura that one. Isn't that lovely? All right, so that is henna drum. It doesn't have to be on a stem like this. It can be on anything. And then people love to embellish and add little extras. So one thing I've seen a lot of people do is to put in some circles or orbs in some of the areas just to kind of liven up this little stem area. So we can put some circles in here with maybe a little reflection. And we could even ink in that area underneath. We can put some along the side of the stem. I'll put some up here. Let's see, maybe right here. And I'll put a couple down here at the bottom. You also could, if you don't love just the single line, you can aura that. And then just curl it at the top and you make this thicker line. So if you want to do that, you can. I love that we're just doodling, and so it doesn't matter. We can do whatever we want. We can come up the side of this one. If you want to, you don't have to. You also could add these like little fescue shapes, which are just little curved lines that come up and have a cute little teardrop on the top. See how every little line we add just adds more character and more interest. I'm going to put an orb sitting down in here. And this top curve, I'm just going to loop it and let it just kind of curve down. Isn't that pretty? Even put a couple dots under it if I want. All right, I think mine looks pretty good. I think I'm done, although I do feel like I want to aura this one. I don't know why, but I'm going to aura that. I think just because of the shape of the leaves or the space in between them, not the leaves, but the petals. Okay, that feels better to me. So whenever I make henna drums, like on anything I'm drawing, I'll often add big leaves next to them and bundle a bunch together. But anyway, you get the idea. So lots of fun ways to embellish that. Again, sorry it wasn't music or a song, but I hope that you loved it, and we'll see you tomorrow. Please follow me on Let's Tangle on Facebook so you can share your work under one of my posts. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and please like this video. It helps it get to more people. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.